going on, Jerome's? Beautiful Monday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. Beautiful start to the week. It's good, man. So first up, Christian freaking Darrisaw. So when he's healthy, again, he is one of the best left tackles in the game. A rare combination of power, size, speed, everything, man. Like Christian Darrisaw is the entire package, but heading into year 4, he hasn't had a full healthy season as yet. But when he's out there, he can be dominant. Like he can be the true blue franchise left tackle this team's been looking for a long time. And now the Vikings have like a balancing act. They could try to extend Darrisaw now, but they probably would want to be less than market, and Darrisaw knows that. Now, if he stays fully healthy and dominates this year, I mean, the sky is the limit in terms of the contract. Now, Ryan Fowler over at the Draft Network estimates that Darrisaw's likely average per year will land near $28 million. This relayed via Vikings fan page. Now, $28 million may seem like a lot, but if you look at the left tackle market right now, there hasn't really been a seismic contract as of late. Like Andrew Thomas was up there. Penei Sewell's was also up there too. Penei Sewell's not listed because he's technically a right tackle, but he certainly got paid too. But we're waiting. I mean, we're waiting because the market correction is coming, and there hasn't really been a premium left tackle contract with the new salary cap going up, with all the new streaming money, etc. So, $28 million per season, pending on the guarantee, that won't be necessarily insane. In fact, I bet you by the time it's all said and done, $28 million, but when Darrisaw signs his contract, if that is indeed the number, will be a lower percentage of the cap than when Tunsil signed his $25 million a year deal a couple seasons ago, or when Andrew Thomas signed his $23.5. I feel like that's where we're going to be at. But again, got to stay healthy. Got to dominate, and just like Jefferson, I'm more than happy to pay the money. Also more than happy having JJ McCarthy. And I feel like, do you ever look at a person or just get a vibe that like they're too perfect, like they're too from central casting, like if they're doing football, the movie? But yeah, now JJ McCarthy, although I feel like his middle name is James too. No, his first name is John. Yeah. JJ McCarthy lives differently. Quote, if you're blessed enough to use all your 5 senses and take in what's around you, that's pure bliss. So remember, taste what's around you. Good times, man. If you just stay in the moment and appreciate, have that, well, hold on. Sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. But taste and smell are directly correlated, because if you can't smell, you can't taste. Anyways, if you just stay in the moment and appreciate, have all the gratitude, just being there, breathing, bliss is inevitable. It's almost like he's a walking like self-help book, and he's got all these mantras and cliches about living a good life and being simple and in the moment and stuff. And it feels like that. I mean, definitely Jim Harbaugh's rubbed off on him too. But I mean, with this, like, no one's this perfect, right? I mean, all-American boy looks, great arm, going to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback here with the Vikings, and also all this prime mental stuff. Like there's got to be like necklaces of human ears like underneath the porch somewhere, right? Right? I don't know, but either way, hell, he can have the necklaces as long as he gets a couple rings. If you know what I mean. Next, so. Speaking of rings, so we talked about this the other day, where I had no idea that the World Under-20 Championships of tackle football is going on right now, because the United States has a tackle football team, and we talked about the team is, well, under-20s, that makes sense, that a lot of the guys are high school recruits and whatever, like the quarterback's like a Florida Atlantic commit, but Japan put the bag thing on Australia. This is a redux of the beginning of of World War II in the Pacific, before the United States got involved, because Japan was like, hey, oil embargo this. But yeah, Japan kicks some ass. Now, this is starting to get problematic for me. So I've always identified with my South Korean heritage, right? But the wife got me this whole Ancestry.com thing, which I don't know, not to say I don't trust it, but spitting in a tube that goes to a private company that definitely doesn't go to the government. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But But then, so now, like, when I was growing up, I was told that I was 50-50. All right, so the story that was relayed to me is that my biological pops was a Japanese businessman, came over to Korea, met my biological mother, you know what I mean? And it was 50-50 with Cristobal. But now it's like eroding. Like, because when I initially did it, it was like 55-45. So it was like, pocket queens versus ace king, coin flip, whatever. But now every single month I look, it just like erodes. And now I'm 87% Japanese, which is like 5/6. I don't even know how that breaks down genetically, but I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. Like, I'm trying to hang on for one more day, because like Japan, so the Japanese are, stereotypically, like the stoic, no fun salarymen, blah blah blah. Behind closed doors, it's a different story. But I mean, the Koreans are seen as the loud, the boisterous, the soju and barbecue and karaoke fun type. Don't get me wrong, Japanese definitely have some karaoke too, but they're much more like conservative and reserved. I don't know, man. I don't know. But hey, either way, I'm glad that Japan won. I don't even know if Korea has a team. Like, if North Korea had a team, we would kick their ass. Not gonna lie. 110-pound offensive lineman, get out of here. Get out of here. Also, getting out of here. So, a team that you would expect to be good. Well, let's see. Which teams would you expect to be good? Samoa. Samoa's got all the linemen. Guess like Tonga, maybe the Philippines, maybe some of those Pacific Islander countries. Actually, they should just unite, the Pacific Islander team. The Germans probably would be good. Yeah. But yeah, Team Canada, just put the bang thing on Brazil, because I mean, hey, congratulations. I mean, Brazil's best player is a 5'6" nose tackle named Neymar. Great. Like, how come all the Brazilian players have only one name? They're like Madonna out there. And also, so I'm a Liverpool fan, and our goaltender's from Brazil, and he's a 6'5", 185-pound bearded dude named Allison. Figure that one out. I don't know, man. But yeah, Canada, whatever. Maple Jordans, get the hell out of here. Hey, can't wait till the United States beats your ass 110-0. Get the hell out of here. Something that's also awesome. So our guy Eli Corbett, who's fantastic, graphic designer, rising superstar, working with Josh Metellus, rising superstar in his own right. Honored to have gotten the opportunity to work with Josh on his new logo. And I feel like, so every athlete has like a brand nowadays. That's just how it is. And I like the Metellus logo. Like, there's so many things going on. So you got the J, and then you have the M, where it's almost like the old school Twins M. You know what I mean? Also, you got the J, and then you have the 44 in there too. Ooh, it's a good job by Eli. Now, I want also in the J, in like the bottom crook of the J, there's like a talon there. Now, is that hearken to his Wolverine's roots? Maybe, I don't know. Or is it like an eye? Is it like a drunken eye that's like looking at you like this? I don't know, but I'm sort of jealous. I got to get me a personal logo too. Like, I don't know what's gonna say, but I feel like it has to incorporate this. Actually, maybe this should just be the logo. Like, I could be Jerry West, rest in power. Like the cigarette conspiracy board. That's what it should be. I'm gonna do that. Next, so quarterback contracts. They're not getting out of control. Like, in terms of percentage of cap, they're pretty similar to in previous years, but the money is going up. And remember, when the Vikings had Kirk Cousins in the building, all the Packers fans, all the Lions fans were just like, you can't build the team when you have your quarterback on a bad contract. He can't afford to pay everyone. But now that the Lions paid Jared Goff, and then the Packers are on the cusp of paying Jordan Love, suddenly the cap is a myth. Suddenly they're on board. Purple Persuasion put this together. Per Florio, he believes the Vikings' rivals could be the first team in NFL history to pay their quarterback $60 million per year. Quote, the Packers and Jordan Love are working on a new contract with $11 million in cash due for 2024. A 5-year, $300 million extension would have a new money average of $60 million and a total money average of blah, 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 blah. With no owner diverting profits to super yacht construction or maintenance, the Packers can reinvest all profits in their football operations. If they're truly sold on Love and if they can construct the contract to give them an out after 2 or 3 years, it wouldn't shock me if he gets to $60 million first. Now, a lot of people assume that Dak will be the first to hit $60 million. And like I said, we're like maybe 7-8 years removed from the first $100 million quarterback. Hell, it might be JJ McCarthy, which would be kind of awesome if he's worth it. But yeah, go ahead and pay Jordan Love, because even though like he played well down the stretch, Jordan Love was ass. Thank you. The first half of the season, especially that first game at Lambeau against the Vikings. No big deal. Nope. People forget that because it gets overshadowed by Kurt popping his Achilles. But it's okay. Pay Jordan Love. I don't think he's as good as he thinks he is. I'm just saying. Yeah, just lock him up long term and go from there. Because, I mean, you know what's insane? Tua might get $60 million per year. Do you think Tua's worth $60 million per year? Probably not. But that's just the economics of what's going on. It's just a game of leapfrog. Take the top 10, 12 dudes at their position, and they're just going to leapfrog each other. Whoever's up next to get paid. I mean, is Trevor Lawrence better than Joe Burrow? No. Is Jared Goff better than Lamar Jackson? No. Are one of these guys better than Mahomes? Obviously not, but Mahomes did the Chiefs a solid signing that 10-year deal. But also, like, Dak getting $60 million a year. Is Dak the best quarterback in the league? Absolutely not. He's not even top 10. But it's funny how that happens. Also funny. So fantasy football punishments are fantastic. My favorite is one where the person has to sit in a restaurant, like a McDonald's or something, and things that they order can reduce their time, but they're very filling. It's fun. So you can get, like, if you eat a Egg McMuffin, you could take 40 minutes off of your time, something like that. But so Barstool pointed out a new fantasy football punishment just dropped, 2024 Skol Line auditions at the Mall of America. So this guy who, he wasn't as bad as you would think. So he's out there to Paramore's Ain't It Fun? Living in the Real World. Like, honestly, the world can keep Taylor Swift. Haley Williams is where it's at. Paramore. Right, that's like my alone in the car, no one else around me, and also I'm away from traffic, so no one can see me just jamming out to Paramore. It happens, man. But Skol Line auditions, and now Skol Line are the Vikings drum line, and they're absolutely on point. They're fantastic. They're super tight. But so apparently, finishing last in the league, guy had to audition, and he wasn't terrible, but also obviously he's not going to make it. But I think they should take this a step further. I feel like part of the punishment should be if he makes a team, he has to perform. So I want the Skol Line audition people to be like, hey, is he perfect? No. Does he have rhythm? No. But does he try hard? Yes. Like, he can be our Rudy. He can be the Daniel Rudiger of the Skol Line. That'd be great, man. That'd be really good. Also really good. So NaJee Thompson, special teams ace, one of the best special teamers in the game. Best Gatorade, hands down, no flavor can compete. Talking about the blue. No one knows the names of these offshoot Gatorade colors and flavors. This is just blue. Well, this is cool blue. There you go. But so I have opinions on this. Now, for me, like, red Gatorade, I can't do anymore, because that was always my college, like, the day after, like, nursing a hangover thing. It was like a red Gatorade and like speaking of which, like an Egg McMuffin. That was the way to go. So I can't do that anymore because it just gives me, like, bad feelings. Now, I grew up on orange, and also I'm trying to think which green it was. I think it was like melon, like when it first came out. But I don't know, like the kids nowadays, like Margaret likes the green apple, Rocco likes the watermelon, and they both like the it's like white glacier or something like that. I don't know. It's like cherry, but it's white. I don't know, man. Also, I want to know, like, does everything have to be does everything have to be like colorful in terms of beverages? And as an adult who consumes a lot of beverages now, like especially Celsius, like so Gatorade, I get it, marketing and clear bottle, whatever. But Celsius comes in a closed can. Who like pours out the Celsius and has it like on the rocks? No one. So why does it have to be like? Why does the berry blast have to be berry? Like, why can't it just be clear? One, you save on ingredients and also artificial colors and flavors. And B, when you spill, like it doesn't just come out red. And the only reason the color is red because you spilled. That's it. Anyways, but for me, orange is still the GOAT, like the OG orange. Because I remember as a kid, being in sports and you're just getting like cases of the orange. Because like my grandpa's always like a big, like my grandpa loved Costco. Like he was a big per unit guy. And he's just like, well, if we buy this Gatorade by the case, we could save a nickel. And it worked. And I was like, hey, I'm down for it, man. And also, they had, I believe orange was like the first like powder, right? So you just take your bottle of water and you put a scoop of like the orange or lemon lime Gatorade in there, you shake it up, just like pre-workout or electrolytes now. It's good. It's good, man. Anyways, let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.